Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Get Into the Facts. I'm your host, Andrew Curiel, and I'm ready to get into the episode today. We got a pretty cool topic coming on just because, I don't know if you guys remember from an episode or two ago, but I told you guys I don't like being gaslit. I've been lied to by my parents my entire life, or at least my mom. I've been lied to by mentors and different things growing up. So it's like, that's one of the main reasons why I really just want to get to what's real. What's actually the facts on a lot of things, because facts don't lie. Facts don't lie. Emotions do. Okay, and when we're talking about things that are going on that affect the vast majority of 330 plus million people that are living in the United States, we got to pay attention to what's going on. So that's why I want to go over this right here. But we got, I guess, breaking news from yesterday. We got Hunter Biden to plead guilty to federal tax evasion, accepts deal on gun charges. And again, we got a little quote here. The Department of Justice charges against Hunter reveals a two-tiered system of justice, said Congressman James Comer, which it definitely does. And we're going to get into this. Again, President Joe Biden's son will plead guilty to 2 counts of willful failure to pay federal income tax. Again, guys, willful failure to pay income tax, federal income tax. He will enter a pretrial diversion agreement on a third federal charge, possession of a gun by a person who is a user or addict of illegal drugs. As part of the deal, United States Attorney for Delaware, David Weiss, will reportedly recommend the younger Biden be sentenced to probation for the tax-related charges, which carry a maximum sentence of 12 months in prison. Hunter Biden's sentence will ultimately be determined by a judge. Guys, I would love for one of us regular average Americans to try to do this, to try to not pay federal income tax. And if we scroll down here, it's not just like, oh, he didn't pay taxes on $5,000 that he made. In a statement reported by NBC News, Weiss said Hunter Biden received taxable income in excess of $1.5 million annually in calendar years 2017 and 2018. But despite owing in excess of $100,000 in federal income taxes each year, he did not pay the income tax due for either year. Guys, imagine making $3 million and you're like, nah, I'm not going to pay my taxes. Guys, I mean, they were searching for anything to get Trump or any of his kids for anything. Imagine if they got hit with one of this. They would not be getting probation. They would not be getting recommended probation by the U.S. attorney. Ain't no way in hell. But when it comes to us average Americans, we would get the book thrown at us for this. We'd get the book thrown at us. They would not let us leave. They would throw us in jail, lock the key, throw it away, come back in about 5-10 years. Like, this is just... This is the type of thing that we should all be able to come together on, And then on top of the taxes, Weiss also said Biden possessed a Colt Cobra 38 caliber revolver, despite knowing he was an unlawful user of and addicted to a controlled substance. According to the Washington Post, Biden denied using drugs or having a drug problem when filling out paperwork to buy the gun. The gun charge brought against him is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Under the diversion agreement, Biden will not plead guilty to the firearms charge. And if he meets the conditions of the agreement, the charge will be removed from his record. Guys, if, like I keep saying, again, if any of us regular average people, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, if one of us regular average people does something like that, we're in prison. We are in prison. Lying on a gun application. And then he threw, I don't know if you remember the article from back when this all came out, but he threw it in a dumpster that was next to a public school. Like, this is just, it's very aggravating. It's very aggravating, guys. Because they've done such a good job muddying the waters of media and the news to where the average person does not see this. They claim it as disinformation before any regular person has a chance to see if it's real or not themselves. They just claim it. And again, we have this other article here. Hunter Biden from Politico.com. Hunter Biden's story is Russian disinfo. Dozens of former Intel officials say. More than 50 former senior intelligence officials have signed on to a letter outlining their belief that the recent disclosure of emails allegedly belonging to Joe Biden's son has all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. Guys, they got intelligence officials to gaslight us when they know damn well this was true, because the FBI's been investigating Hunter Biden, I think, since 2019, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's just laughable. And then we even have our own president. I mean, I understand it's his dad, so I mean, the dad's going to try to cover for his son, I guess. But when you know damn well that this is correct, and you're the president, you can't gaslight the entire country and expect it not to come back. This is what's so irritating. And we'll go scroll down here what Joe Biden said. President Joe Biden weighed in on an active Justice Department investigation by contending that his son Hunter did, quote unquote, nothing wrong, even as congressional Republicans lay out new details about the younger Biden's shady overseas business dealings. And we go down here what he said on MSNBC. President Joe Biden was interviewed by MSNBC last week, and he was asked how Hunter Biden being investigated and potentially charged by his own DOJ would affect his presidency. Quote unquote by Joe Biden. First of all, my son has done nothing wrong, Biden declared. I trust him. I have faith in him, and it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him. Guys. This is a joke. Our president right now thinks that us average American people are idiots. He's saying that his son did nothing wrong. Okay, like, I don't understand how you could say that when, I mean, he did something so wrong that your own DOJ, the own U.S. attorney in Delaware, they have to charge him with something. They have to charge him with something. It was so bad what he did that he had to get charged with something, but it wasn't enough, because you can't just give him probation for something that you would lock an average person who had an ounce of weed up for more time. You'd have that person locked up for way more time than what you're doing for Hunter Biden. This is not going to teach Hunter Biden anything. This is going to teach him that there's obviously two tiers to this legal system. And it's not black or white no more, in my personal opinion. At one point, it was a black and white thing when it came to justice in the United States. But now it's how much political power and how much financial power do you have in this world? If you're rich and you have political power, or your family has political power, you are playing in not just another field. You're playing in a whole different arena than the average person. And there's more of us than there are of them. We, as average people, need to pay attention to this and be upset about it. And we need to vote accordingly to get new people that aren't going to hold the establishment line of things and start changing how we really enact laws and enact policy to actually help the average American person again. Because at one point, guys, the United States, we were a country for the people, by the people. That is not the case anymore. We have given, I was going to get a little crude, but we're not going to. We have not cared about politics for so long, for decades, as an average group of Americans, that the political class is doing things that we never thought they would do. And so we just got to really pay attention to this, because this is going to really affect the United States in the long run if this is what's going to keep happening. All right. And I want every average American to keep having the chance to succeed. And we shouldn't be getting jail time for an ounce of weed or anything. Honestly, I don't even think you should really be getting jail time, especially if you're a first offender. If you're a first time offender and it's not like an assault or something where you're causing harm to somebody else, if it's not like assault with a deadly weapon or anything like that, you shouldn't get any jail time for your first offense, especially. Maybe if you're a repeat offender, then you'd have to do some sort of jail time. But when you're allowing the president's son to get off basically scot-free with just probation, and again, the judge is gonna determine it fully, but guys, this is not gonna last. This is not conducive to a country that is going to keep climbing and keep progressing towards higher and higher peaks. And that's what we want here. We want more opportunity for every person. So we just got to pay attention. We can't let the government gaslight us. We can't let anybody lie to us straight to our faces right before an election when they know damn well this was true. I mean, again, I'm an independent. If this was a Republican, if this was President Trump's kids that had the same thing happen, I would be up in arms if they didn't get hit with something that was jail time related for the exact same offenses. So this is just laughable. It's laughable, and we need to pay attention. And we just got to keep everybody informed. You know, I mean, again, that's why I started this channel. I really wanted to just be another voice, because we just need more voices out there, and more voices of the average person that are willing to speak up. And again, I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm not trying to only be one side of the aisle. I'm trying to be that independent voice that is just looking at the facts of every topic that we go over and determining one way or the other. But when it comes to this Hunter Biden thing, guys, there should be no other way that anybody should be seeing this. We should all be in agreement that this guy deserves jail time, and that our justice system is completely out of whack. Okay, but I hope you guys like the topic. I'm going to try to do an episode every single day for you guys. I'm really enjoying going over this, and make sure you press the like button on the video if you like the content, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed already. It really does help out, and I'm just going to keep trying to make this as good of a podcast as possible. I'm going to keep trying to improve as much as I can for you guys, but I hope you guys stay blessed, stay positive, keep winning in life, and I'll see you on the next video.